Hi guys, this is Abdulkarim from CodesideAcademy.com. I am your instructor for this course. If you have been following all my courses, you would have seen what we have been doing in the past. So this is where we are today. Today we'll be talking about Flask templating. And what is Flask templating? Flask templating is based on Jinja 2 template engine. If you have been following this class from the beginning, the overview, which is the first class that we had, I talk about Jinja 2 template engine, which is what Flask rely on to render template into the DOM, into the browser. So today we'll see how we can render template, display an HTML content with Flask. So to get this done, we need to import some couple of things. The first thing we need to import is the render function, this function. But on a normal day, we can just render HTML content generically by just coming here and say h1 hello HTML, I am here. Yeah, we just render a simple HTML. Let's test this out in our code. So I'll come to my command prompt. I'll call Python templating.py. Okay, so I'll open my my local host here, talking to the port, then localhost 5000. You can see we have rendered a simple HTML with h1, the head1 tag on the DOM in the browser. So this is what we mean by rendering HTML, but this is not the main thing. For example, we have a large HTML content, HTML file where we want to have a kind of, we have P1, P2, different HTML tags. We have an HTML file outside. Before we can do that, we can't render a bunch of HTML file with these just tags, or we can't write a whole website with this tag, or a whole web app writing it manually from here. That is a wrong approach. So now, to be able to do that, Flask here has a way of structuring folders, which is what I will show you here. This is my folder structure. This is where I'm saving my files. Okay, so at the end of this class, you will all have access to this code on my GitHub. So I will come here, I will restructure my folders. So let me create a folder. We need to create a folder called template. This folder called template will be the one to template, sorry, not template, just singular. So this template will be the one where we'll put all our HTML, our index.html, contacts.html, evaltors.html. This is where we'll put everything. So, and our Python file will be outside. So let me kind of arrange my folders very well, my files very well. Just let me call this basic one. This doesn't matter for your code. I'm just doing this for myself purpose. What matters in this class is the template folder. So the template folder is compulsory in Flask, except you want to manipulate Jinja 2 to render your template on your own specific folder that you give to your Jinja 2. But if you are doing it normally with Flask, you need to use your template folder. Make sure you put your HTML content in your template folder. So these are the two things we need. The basic one is just a regular file. Perhaps I should just bring it here. So I'll go back to our code. This is what we need. You need this templating and this folder to be able to display any HTML file you want to render in your app. So to do this, we'll create a simple HTML file by right clicking here. We'll call this index.html. Once we have this index.html, we can type this. Now let's write a simple HTML code. So this is Sublime auto-completing this for me. My VS Code is auto-completing this for me. I just have to clear this. So I am very sure most of us watching this tutorial have basic knowledge in HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Although it's not compulsory if you want aiming to become a backend developer, but if you are out there want to become a full stack guy, you will need to know about the front end technology and the back end technology. So this is HTML. So I'll call this page welcome to my website powered. Okay, let's just call it welcome to my website, and in our H1 body, okay, this is a gig website. Then let's have a paragraph. This is a gig website powered, let's just call it powered by Flask and Python using Jinja 2 template engine. There's different alternative for Flask out there that we can use, but there's different alternative web frameworks in Python. We have Django, Pyramid, CherryPy. They all like Pyramid also rely on Jinja 2, though you can use different template engine for Pyramid, but Django has its own template engine language by itself. There's different template engine we can use to handle template when it comes to template engine in different frameworks, but Flask is using Jinja 2. So let's continue. All right. So what do? We need to render this template that we just create. And make sure you create a folder called template. You follow this structure that I have to make this work for you. So and I will advise you as you are learning, make sure you are practicing the code, and this will help you out. So this template, make sure you have the folder called template, and you're templating whatever name you give to this your file.py out here. Now we need to import some things from Flask once again, since our Flask is the main thing that we are using to build this app. So we need a render template function. So we'll clear this our generic. Okay, let me just create a new route entirely. We'll call this route tab.route home, and we'll say div index. Sorry, let's just call this home once again. I'm sorry, I have got this home return. Now since we are returning something now, we need to render the template. So I'll say return render template index.html. So automatically Flask will locate the folder called template, and inside this template it will find a file called index.html, which is the name we pass here, and then it will render the template to inside our browser. So let's preview this. I will save this, then I'll call Python. I don't know if I have this running earlier, so I'll call Python templating dot py. So it's saying I'm inside Python already, so I need to exit and clear my screen for that. Let me just do it again. Still okay. All right. So I will say Python templating.py. So we should have our hub running very soon. Okay, now I'll check our URL localhost 5000/hello/home. So we have this error. Let's see the reason why we're having this error. I don't really know. Okay, let me check if I'm really talking to my server. Now something is going on. Yeah, my Flask server is still running in the background. So let me try to check my task queue and see if I can stop this other server running in the background. So Alt Control there. Let me see. Let me just open my task manager and see if I can shut down and kill the first server that is running in the backend that take over from my present server that I'm running. This is one of the advantages of Flask, the testing server. The one that comes with it is kind of tricky sometimes, so you have to be very careful. So make sure you always check your app constantly, or you put it in debug mode, or you change the host address or the port. Okay, I don't see anything running here. So I think it's running inside. So okay. So alright, if we encounter this issue, this is what I personally do. I change my port. So let's just change our port to port 80,000. So, and let's run it again. Okay, now we are running on port 80,000. I'll go to my browser now and check 80,000. Okay, that's the home page, the index. So we'll now visit /home. So we are still having the same issue that we are having in the first part. So that means I'm getting things wrong. So let me check carefully and see what is going on. Have I done something wrong somewhere? Okay, I think we need to turn on the debug mode so we'll be able to debug this issue and know what is really going on with our code. So I'll come here. I'll just say app.debug first true. Alright, so we have the debugging running, so I'll restart the server. So let me restart the server now. Since we have the debugging running now, our code can now automatically restart whenever we save it. Okay, so let's see what's going on. We have the debug mode running now, so we can now debug our code. Alright, now this is the error. Now this is one of the advantages of turning on debug mode. You'll be able to check. It will tell you where you are having error. So it's saying index.html is not found, and I made a mistake because I supposed to put s here. Okay, so now let's Save it once again. Once your code is in debug mode and you try to save, you press Ctrl S or you make any changes in your app, your project will restart automatically without any stress. So I will now reload this page and we should have our templates running on our platform. So this is how to uh, render a template in Flask. So now we need to go deep about dynamic content. So what does Jinja 2 has to do with this? We have seen what Jinja 2 does. Jinja 2 is the one handling the templating, seeing it, rendering it on the screen for us to see. But wait, we can still do other things like passing variable into a template and doing some dynamic stuff with our template. So let me quickly do that. So I'll create a variable here. I will call this variable name. So this name will be my name. Say Abdul Karim. Karim. Okay. Now going to my HTML file here, I'll call h2. I will say design and develop. There's a design by fine. Then I want to send the variable that I have here, this name, into this template to display my name here. How will I do that? So all I have to do is to put a comma here, say name equals to name. You can make name equals to whatever you want again. So once I have this, I can save my code. Then I'll come to my my index.html. I'll call this curly bracket. This curly bracket, what it does is to tell the template and Flask to communicate with the template and Flask and send it to Flask that this is Jinja 2 language. So this belongs to Jinja 2 and this content is dynamic. You're trying to let's call this a dynamic way of sending things inside it. So we have to call the name of the variable that we are passing in, which is here. So I will come here and save this. Then now I will clear. Sorry. Oh, well, I'm on PowerShell. So I will just call Python templating.py now. Now you will see what will happen to our code now, to our HTML. This will now be dynamic. Now we can see the name I have in my backend here. The name I have in my backend here, my server here is now reflecting. So if I change this name from here, just save this. The class is restarting, then I reload my page. I have this. If I say change the name to Codeside Academy, then I save this. Oh, sorry, Academy. Alright. So now all I have to do is to reload my page. The server is not responding, so let me restart it manually. So I'll clear. I'm a Linux guy, so I'm kind of addicted to Linux command. So I'll reload this. So I'll start this manually by myself. Now let me reload. Now you can see everything now is now dynamic. I don't have to go inside my HTML content and do this. With this, you can do a lot of powerful things like using if statements inside your HTML, using a for loop statement inside your HTML, and doing some crazy more things in your HTML. So if you really like this class, please comment down below. And if you're having any issues with the code or anything, comment down below and invite more of your friends to sign on codesideacademy.com, because if codesideacademy.com shut down, I won't be able to post more of this video next time. So Come on board and learn. It's all free. You can check the library by the left side. You'll see more books and more content that can help you out in your programming skill, not just Python, not just Flask. I personally read those books on Codeside Academy. They are very good for you and also good for me. So see you in the next class and have a wonderful day.